have great taste, especially with your radio choice. Thank you for spending a little time with Gary and Bristol on Kiss Country 93.7.
That's Luke Bryan. Rain is a good thing. Kiss Country 93.7, like we would know. I'm telling you, I say it every year. When it stops, it's going to stop. That's pretty much exactly what's happened. I was looking at the long-term forecast from the Weather Channel. It doesn't look like we're going to see rain again before Labor Day, which this year is coming up September the 2nd, if that helps you out at all. Okay. Coming up this Friday, just a couple of days from now, DOTD is saying, hey, look, if you think you've seen something already on I-20, you ain't seen nothing yet. There's a new closure coming up this Friday. Intermittent lane closures, I-20, both east and westbound. They're at the 531 interchange near Minden. This Friday, and this is going to be pretty much an all-day project, 7 a.m. until 4 p.m. They say the contractor is got to do some overhead construction work on 531, the overpass there that they've been replacing for the last year or so. So this Friday, 7 to 4. You've already gone through, if you're eastbound, you've already gone through all that wonderful reconstruction in Bossier, and then, bam! Welcome to Minden. Might as well stop here at Trucker's Paradise, get you something to drink. This could be a minute. Kiss Country 93.7, it's Gary in Bristol. 81 degrees, heat advisory again today. 109 expected heat index values this afternoon. 109. Yesterday, it was just a pleasant 105. Okay, so we got a 34-year-old guy in Pittsburgh, Charles Felder. Charles got arrested Saturday morning. They didn't have to take him far. He was trying to break into jail. Tried to break into the lobby 4 o'clock in the morning, kicking on the glass doors, using garbage cans as battering rams. Ends up breaking the 2-inch thick bulletproof glass. You talk about determination. Our boy wanted in. But he never got inside. Also ripped a door handle off. They say he stayed at it for 3 hours and nobody noticed. This is at the police station. They found him after he finally passed out. Well, of course he passed out. He's tired. They say he resisted as they loaded him into an ambulance to treat him for minor injuries, and he spit in a medic's face. Facing harassment and burglary-related charges. Good news is now he's exactly where he wanted to be.
They're like a Band-Aid for all of life's bobos. It's Gary and Bristol only on Kiss Country 93.7.
That's John Party, Dirt on My Boots. Kiss Country 93.7. Good morning. Gary and Bristol, and this poll just came out, and I don't know where I'm at on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Resume.
Okay.
Resume Builder. They found that 38% of companies lay people off instead of firing them. And it's just to avoid hurting people's feelings.
What?
80% of the bosses said their company has laid somebody off in the past year when they could have fired them for cause. They say sometimes it's out of kindness, like to avoid hurt feelings or help out with severance. Top 4 reasons that companies do it. Number 1, to maintain company morale. 62% of bosses said that was the reason. They say we react better if we think our friend got laid off because the money just wasn't there.
Okay, so we're lying and saying the money isn't there anymore instead of you just weren't a productive employee.
Yeah.
Okay.
To avoid wrongful termination lawsuits.
Okay, that makes sense.
To help the person out with a severance package.
That's kind.
You suck, but we don't
want to see
you
you starve.
Right.
Oh
and
gosh.
To avoid hurting people's feelings. 38%. They say, come to you. You got to go. I think you're great. Corporate just gave us no choice on this one.
Wow.
According to the poll, they say that layoffs that really aren't layoffs are more common than you'd think. Half the bosses polled said at least 75% of layoffs that their company has made in the past year weren't really about cutting costs.
Wow.
So, here's where I'm at. You still need a job. But if you did get some severance or at least the opportunity to get unemployment, then there's that. But don't try to sugarcoat it. Look me in the eyes and tell me, hey, you just suck, dude.
And here's the thing. When people think that things are going that badly, because they were saying, well, we'll lay them off because of company morale.
Yeah.
Don't they understand that other employees look at that and go, wow, we're hurting financially. Am I next?
And immediately a mutiny kind of starts where people are like, okay, if we're suffering financially.
Do I need to be looking?
Exactly.
And you know what? And it's going to be your best employees who are sitting there going, because they're more alert to that stuff.
Sure.
Huh.
I don't know that that's such a good idea.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
911, what's your emergency? It's Gary in Bristol. If you're not having fun yet, you might need someone to call 911 for you. Kiss Country 93.7.
Homegrown Zach Brown Band, Kiss Country 93.7. It's Gary in Bristol. Today's National Creamsicle Day.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Orange creamsicle.
Oh yeah.
One of the best things about being like a kid in the summer in the old days.
It's running down your wrist and down your elbow and it's all over your face.
Dude, I don't care. I just lick the wrist.
All right, ticket trivia time. We got a couple of tickets for Saturday's GeekCon. It's going on this Friday, Saturday, Sunday at the Shreveport Convention Center. And we had fun with yesterday's game.
Oh, yeah. You're looking at me like, ha-ha. You tell them what the answer to yesterday's was.
Well, it was Snickers, but it was about a dead horse.
So this candy bar was actually named after a dead horse. We wanted to know what it was, and yes, it was Snickers.
Yeah. Okay,
Snickers the horse.
We're playing Don't Say today. Here's the deal.
Love this game.
9th caller at 725-5477, 725-KISS. You're going to get the first chance to win. If you lose, we keep going until we get a winner. So what we do is we'll get you on the phone, and then we'll give you a subject line. You have to talk about that for 15 seconds. Can't repeat yourself. Can't, stammer, drag it out.
Use any vocal filler.
And don't say, Okay, that's the game. You up for the challenge? GeekCon tickets for you if you can do it. 725-5477, 725-KISS. We start with caller number 9. Shreveport Bossier's number 1 for New Country. It's Kiss Country 93.7, Gary in Bristol. You ever had to take your cell phone in for repair?
Yes.
You ever wondered, if there was stuff on your phone you wouldn't want the repairman to see?
Yes.
I've often wondered, do these people spend any time trying to dig into these files? Well, apparently they do.
Oh, man. No.
Phone repair store in Oklahoma City, an employee there gets arrested, sent himself an explicit video from a female customer's phone. He was supposed to be just fixing the phone, and thought he could get away with it by texting it to his phone number, but he was caught before he even returned the phone. The woman using her computer while the phone was being fixed, that was synced up with her phone because of the cloud. She sees a notification that a text had been sent from her phone to an unknown number. Well, the message was a naughty video. She apparently had kept that in a locked photo album, so she immediately knew it had been accessed and sent. And the phone number it was sent to happened to be the same one that was on the guy's business card that he'd given her. He's been charged with larceny and computer crimes. I don't live in that world to begin with. But I can't imagine keeping something like that on your phone. If somebody wants to show you a picture of, let's say, a big deer that they saw. Mm-hmm. If they start panicking, if you start, I've lost, if you start fumbling through the.
Oh, yeah. If someone hands you their phone to show you one picture, do not swipe.
Yeah, but because, and especially if they start, whoa.
Hold up.
Yeah,
Yes.
let me do that. Then there's something on there they probably don't want you to see.
Here's the deal.
I'm not going to keep that. Especially when my granddaughters are playing with my phone all the time.
Gosh, no doubt.
Can you imagine?
They can break into stuff better than the guy at the phone repair place.
My oldest granddaughter, she's 3.5, and the other day, it's password protected, and somehow or another she got into it to be able to look at something. And I'm like, how'd you do that?
How in the world, little one? Yes.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I mean, I had a friend that had something similar happen. She had her phone synced to the iPad. The grandbaby was looking at the iPad. She didn't realize what was on her phone synced to the iPad. Oh, yeah. That baby ain't never going to be the same again.
Okay, so we're going to do one of our world famous 10-person polls. These 10 people speak for the whole free world. First 10 phone calls, 725-KISS. Is there anything on your phone right now that you would not want the rest of the world to see? Especially if it was your 3-year-old granddaughter. First 10 calls, okay? Gotta hurry. If you want your opinion to matter, 725-5477, 725-KISS.
I'm not sure how I got here.
Thanks for making us part of your morning. Gary and Bristol on Kiss Country 93.
Thomas Rhett, T-shirt, Kiss Country 93.7, Gary and Bristol. Don't you think he'd be one of those kind of people you'd love to see come in for like GeekCon or something?
Oh, my gosh,
get to hang out with Thomas Rhett.
Yeah,
he's just the nicest guy.
Yeah, very chill.
Okay, we are Gary and Bristol. Thanks for letting us ride into work with you this morning.
You want to see someone lose their chill really quick? Start swiping when they hand you their cell phone when they meant to show you one picture. And that's what we're talking about this morning. We've got a 10-person poll going on. Is your phone safe for someone to go through?
Would you
Be okay with that?
say that there's something on your phone that you don't want anybody else to see?
Yes, there are things I don't want people to see.
I mean, you don't need to see what I got in my bank account or any of that good stuff.
That's right.
And
Sure, it's your bank account you're trying to protect,
I
Bristol.
wasn't done. You certainly don't want to see the group text going on between me and my girls because we discuss everything.
Right. I have one friend you can't put her on speaker because, if I can't put her on speaker, I sure can't let people read her text messages.
Amen.
Hello, Kiss Country. Okay, is there anything on your cell phone you don't want anybody else to see?
Absolutely not.
Really? So your phone is wide open. You hand it to the 9-year-old.
I do. My kids have my phone more than I would like to admit because we lose our Roku remote daily, and my phone can serve as the remote for the TV. And so they will just be like, I don't even care. They know my password. They know, I don't care. But I teach my children that anything that you do on your phone, any text messages, any pictures, anything you do, automatically syncs to the cloud. And
Amen.
China gets it. China finds anything that they like, they put it on billboards all over China.
Stick around. Just 15 more minutes. You won't believe what these two are going to do next. It's Gary and Bristol on Kiss Country 93.7.
It's Cody Johnson, the Dirt Cheap. Kiss Country 93.7. Just hanging out with you at work this morning. Oh, and a little something for you. Here at 8:30, we're going to kick off the 60-minute music marathon. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Shreveport Convention Center. I'm playing the Fox Sports music because I got dealt the worst blow ever.
What?
Every year we all go and hang out at GeekCon, Friday, Saturday, Sunday at the Shreveport Convention Center. And I just found out yesterday I've got to spend all evening Friday and then all day Saturday.
Oh, Gary.
With my hero.
No, never.
He's part of the sports card show that's going to be going on in conjunction with GeekCon. Bob Lilly, Mr. Cowboy, yes. Mr. McCoy. Look, I got goosebumps.
Oh, I'm so happy for you, Gary.
I get to hang out. He was the reason why I my first little Dallas Cowboys uniform had a number 74 on it, which was Bob Lilly. And then when I got into high school, I wanted to be number 74 because of Bob Lilly. Yeah. And I'm like, and now I'm going to be hanging. And of course, he'll never be as great as I think he is.
I don't know. know. We've had some pretty good luck with some of the stars that have come in for GeekCon.
Well, Bob's going to be there, part of that sports card show, which is also going to have Jacob Hester. Todd Walker's going to be there. Some of the other big stars are going to be coming in from like E.T. We've got Kevin Durant who's going to be there. Number of people that maybe you would have never thought in a million years you'd have ever seen in Shreveport are going to be all right there in the Shreveport Convention Center.
Hey, I was going to say, you thought 50 Cent got crunk last weekend? Wait until these GeekCon guys go out.
Hey, if you're looking for tickets or you just want to get more information, take a look in your Kiss Country app or go to Geeked, and that's with a D, Geekd, con.com. Shreveport Bossier's number one for new country. It's Kiss Country 93.7, Gary and Bristol. I was looking this morning. I-20 was built in 1957.
Oh, wow.
And outside of the big reconstruction project in Shreveport, I want to say that was back in the 90s. I don't remember I-20 being the subject of so much traffic talk other than wrecks and stuff like that. In all those years. I mean, it's been around for pushing 70 years now.
Yeah, you just saw me counting in my head.
Yeah. Well, there's going to be another little problem this Friday.
Okay.
This is in the Minden area. You know, they're working on the Highway 531 overpass over I-20 there. Well, because of that, the contractor is going to be doing some overhead construction work this Friday. And they're going to have intermittent lane closures east and westbound in Minden this Friday, 7 a.m. until 4 p.m. So really during the meat of the day when the most people are traveling. 7 to 4 Friday. And, you know, for those people that are eastbound, like, you know, I just went through this Bossier City construction. Oh, my God.
I'm ready to be home. Oh, there it is again.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Welcome to Minden. 7 to 4 Friday. All the info in your Kiss Country app.
It's Gary and Bristol on Shreveport Bossier's number one for new country. Kiss Country 93.
Kiss Country 93.7 is Gary and Bristol. I know you were sitting there doing that little, you know, in my office chair boogie. Truck on Fire, brand new country. That's Carly Pierce. And tomorrow we're going to catch someone in the act. If you haven't made a nomination, it's real easy. We're looking for those outstanding people that have dedicated their lives to really helping others in the community. And all you have to do is look on the website or the Kiss Country app. Any story that you see on there that's just caught in the act, click that. There will be a nomination button in there.
And, you know, it's funny. Every week we're like, you've got to make the nomination. You got to keep this train rolling forward. And we're like, there's no way that they can top what they've done before.
Yeah. Also tomorrow, you know, school uniforms have been around a long time now. And in certain cases, you know, people have argued, wait a minute now, you know, that kind of robs a kid of their unique individuality.
Yeah.
In other cases, people are like, hey, I never have to wonder what my kids are wearing to school. And it really doesn't cause a whole lot of issue in regards to student administration having to determine, okay, that's, you know, too low cut or this is that.
And I get it. I do.
But then they have the politics of, well, you can't wear that kind of hoodie. And the only jacket that you can wear has to be one that you bought from this
and the only person that you can buy it from is this place.
Right.
Which, that's, to me, that's the rub right there.
So, what's your thinking on school uniforms? Good idea, bad idea? That's what we want to know. Bright and early tomorrow morning. You're going to miss it if you don't get up early with us. Kiss Country 93.7.
Almost as important as your morning coffee. It's Gary and Bristol. Only on Kiss Country 93.7.